So welcome back. This is what we are simply going to be learning for this our entire Python course. Before navigating or digressing into any field you want like data analysis, web development, cybersecurity and the rest. This time, this is my PyCharm. Remember to open it. You just have to search for PyCharm on your computer to just open that. So we've written a bunch of code in it earlier. Anyways, I just want to show you how to freshly get started for the first time. So we are going to pretend that we don't simply have this main.py here. So I'm just going to close it. So the first thing you have to do is to actually create a Python file. Okay, so think of a file as a .pdf file or Microsoft Word file as .docs, or maybe if you've used Excel, that's .xls, and so on, right? So Python 2 is also a file, and Python's extensions ends at .py. So anywhere you see .py, it means it's a Python file. So if you want to create your Python file, you can give it any name, maybe hello.py or hi. Just make sure the .py is always the most important thing. It could even be your name.py, but we like to use meaningful names instead. So how do we create this Python file? To create the Python file, at the sidebar here, okay, what you want to do now is to simply see this plus button here. Just click on it, and when you click on it, you see this Python file. You can create these different files, but what you want to do is just click on Python file. So I'm just going to click on it, and when you click on Python file, it's going to open up in a little dialog box in the middle. It's asking you what's going to be the name of your file. So you could name it anything. So for this case, I'm just going to be naming it first. Then remember the extension .py. Okay, it means you have created or you're about to create a Python file. Then press enter. So you have now successfully created the file called first.py, as you can see the name here. And anytime you create a file, you will see the file name on the side here. We didn't create this main.py, it was created automatically, so you could delete it if you want. So now that we have our first Python file, we can simply start writing our first Python code. Now, what you would need to learn first is called the print. Now, this print allows you to print results, to show results in your terminal. Okay, so let's just type it so you can see how that works. So just type print and then open your parentheses. Remember, I just opened parentheses, so open your brackets. Okay, when you open it, it will give you the closing tag automatically, so don't worry about it. And inside of it, you can just write anything. So let's write 10, then maybe plus. Try to locate the plus, or if it's minus, just locate it. So 10, or if it's just only a number you want, fine. So let's just make it 10 plus 10. Okay, so I'm just trying to do some calculations, because Python is a programming language. It understands what we are trying to do here. It knows we are trying to add some numbers. So what we want to do, whenever you type print and whatever inside it, you need to run it. Okay, so you would see this play button like I showed you guys in the last class. So click on that play button, and when you click on the play button, you will see that this at the bottom here, you can just simply call this your console. If you don't want to call it console, you can simply call it your terminal. Okay, so terminal like that. So I might use that interchangeably. Okay, but more preferably, I'll just call that console. So in your console here, you can see that we now have the result 20. Now you may not be having the same color of my output here. Okay, so it might be looking too tiny to you. Maybe as you are typing, it's too tiny. You want to increase the size. So what you can do, at the top right corner there, somewhere at the top right corner, you see an option like a settings. So click on this settings. If you can't find it here, just go to this your file here. You would also find settings here, so it's the same thing. So anyways, just click on this settings icon. It's going to open up the dialog box, so you can configure the settings of your PyCharm. So you might have to click on settings if you hadn't clicked on it. So when you click on settings now, okay, what we want to do is to go to editor. Now when you click on editor just once, you see it shows up some links on the right hand side. You can click on font. Now when you click on font this time, it simply means you want to increase the well, size, that's what I'll just say at the moment. Let's forget about the actual font here. So my size by default is 30, so I increase that to 30. By the way, yours might be 10. You don't have to give yours 30, it might look too big, and when you are trying to give it a size, it will show you how big it would be, right? But because I'm making a video, I have to make it bigger. You can give yours 20, 22, or lesser or higher. Okay, so that's the first thing. Then the second thing is on the sidebar here. Okay, just what you want to do now is to change the color. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but click on color scheme, and when you click on color scheme, on the right hand side you see all these links here. So you want to click on console colors. Okay, this is going to open up where you can configure this. You don't have to go through all these threads. Okay, this is optional. So then you can simply click on this C here. Yours might not be showing green, but just click on it. Okay, so just click on it. Now when you click on it, you can change the color here. The color of this C is just the output. Anytime you get output, you just want to change the color. Okay, so what you want to do is just click on the color that you currently have. Yours will not be green initially. You can click on it, then you can decide to drag it here, whatever. Then you can hold and drag the color to wherever you like. Okay, then you click out, and then this second one, I'm just showing you what I did though. Click on this one that says C command. Okay, yours might be white by default. Then you go to the foreground where it says foreground. You can just make the color dark. I'm just trying to drag it dark so I don't really see it. Okay, so when you get output, this C here is going to be dark. Okay, that was just simply what I did. And at the end, just click on OK. Okay, if you are okay with it, cool. If you are not okay with it, just go back to settings and adjust it. All right, so that's it. So let's simply print one more thing. So let's press enter again. Okay, inside of this first.py here, and let's actually print another number. Let's just print 100. Okay, then times 2. Okay, and of course you now know how to run it, so you click on the run button, and at the bottom you get to see your results in your console, as you can see, right? So we simply have our results 220 and 200. Well, let's print one more thing. So just press enter. Let's simply print your name. So just type print and open the parentheses. But this time, if you want to print your name, you don't just type your name. Say my name is John. You don't type it like this in Python. If you want to type anything that is a text, the proper way to do it is to open a double quote. Okay, this is like a double quote. You can write stuff inside it, or you can open a single quote. Okay, there's difference between a double quote. A double quote is just one like this. A single quote is what I just opened, and a double quote is just something like this. Okay, so you have to open any one that you prefer. So I'll open double quotes, and inside it just write John. Okay, so what this means is that anything that is a text, okay, you must place it inside a double quote or a single quote. Even if it is a text with numbers, it must be inside the double quote. Okay, numbers, however, you don't need to place them in double quotes, right? So once this is done, then run this file. You will see now that in your console, you simply see your result called John. Okay, so this is just the arrangement, and in the next video we are going to create a new file for variables for the next topic. Okay, so this is just how to simply write your first Python program and how to set up